Hi everybody, welcome to another book talk from the Agnes Robinson Waterloo Public Library. I'm Shelby and I'm the assistant librarian here in Waterloo, and today I'm going to share with you 5 brand new releases this July by debut authors or authors you may have never heard of yet. Sometimes we get in a rut. If you're like me, I'm experiencing a reading slump, and finding a new author can really spice things up and help you find your next favorite book. So I hope you find something you enjoy today, and let's get started. First, I want to talk about this beautiful book. I love the cover. It's Motherland by Leah Franqui. It's about a woman named Rachel who's a 30-something foodie from New York, and she and her husband, who is Indian-born, decide to move to Mumbai. She's super excited, knows there will be a culture shock, but she's ready for the challenge. Once they move to Mumbai, however, her sense of adventure is tested when her mother-in-law from India shows up on their doorstep and moves in after leaving her husband of 40 years. So this book is about what happens when 2 strong-willed, independent women are living and loving under the same roof, and you may be surprised by the outcome. So that's Motherland by Leah Franqui. Next up is Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. Today, Bug Montage is a mechanic, a loving father, and a hard-working dad. But in his past life, he was the best getaway driver on the East Coast from North Carolina down to Florida. As his new stable life starts to crumble, he gets a call from an old associate calling him back to the world of blood and bullets in the form of a jewelry store heist. So Bug has to make the decision between choosing his family and choosing something to make a little bit of cash, and that's what this book is about. Don't sleep on this thriller, especially if you are a fan of Lee Child, Walter Mosley, or Craig Johnson. This suspenseful book has some Southern noir flair, and it's also available as an audiobook on Libby, so you can listen to it in the car while you're cooking or gardening or taking walks. So that's Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. Okay, now we're going to Chicago with Saving Ruby King by Catherine Adel West. When Ruby King's mother is murdered in their home on the south side of Chicago, the police dismiss it as just another act of violence in a black neighborhood. But this incident means that Ruby King is stuck in the care of her violent father, and the only person who understands these circumstances is Ruby's best friend, Layla. However, Layla's father, the local pastor of their church, forbids Layla from visiting Ruby, and she starts to discover the lingering generational trauma and secrets that their families have been harboring for years and years. So Layla sets out upon the culturally divisive landscape of Chicago to try to find answers and create sanctuary amid these families. That's Saving Ruby King by Catherine Adel West. It's available as an ebook on Libby if you want to read on your smartphone, Kindle, or iPad, or any other device. Next up is The Pull of the Stars by Emma Donoghue. She's not a new author, and she's pretty well known, especially if you read Room or saw the movie, which personally I thought was incredibly scary. The Pull of the Stars, I wanted to talk about this because it's very timely. It's about a pandemic, not the current one, but the one a century ago. This book takes place in 1918 in Dublin, Ireland, where war and the Spanish flu are ravaging the country. And the nurse, Julia Powers, works in a maternity ward in an understaffed hospital where the expecting mothers who have all been diagnosed with the flu are quarantining together. Julia, along with a young volunteer and a female doctor, together they save lives, they lose lives, and they change each other's lives over the course of 3 days in this novel. So if you need a little bit of hope or just need to feel some empathy for the current situation we're in, I would highly recommend this book. I've been avoiding pandemic fiction, but I'm super excited for this one. It's also available as an ebook or an audiobook on the Libby app. That's The Pull of the Stars by Emma Donoghue. We also have her 2 books, Room and Akin, which came out last summer if you want to check those out too. Lastly, I thought I'd provide you with something a little bit joyful. Alex Trebek, our favorite game show host, this memoir was released this month after Alex Trebek announced that he's battling stage 4 pancreatic cancer. He told us that last year. And that's really sad, but he's pushing through, and this memoir is full of charm, inspiration, and shows us why we respect this man who's been on our television screens for years. So he, after being in our family's lives for decades, invites us into his home and his world, where he talks about education, parenthood, marriage, work, and philanthropy. This book is full of color photographs. The chapters are really short, so if you need something a little enlightening to read before bed or to put you in a good mood, I think this memoir is a really good place to start. That's Alex Trebek's The Answer Is: Reflections on My Life. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you found something that you are really interested in. You can always call us at 402-779-4171 to place a hold on these items, or visit our catalog at our website, waterloo-public-library.com. We really hope that you find some books that you're interested in this summer. We're still offering curbside pickup that you can utilize Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we want to hear what you're reading, so comment below either a book you've loved recently or one that you're really excited to start. Thank you so much for listening, and tune in next month for our August book talk. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye!